Now, is that your voice on K-Camp's 100 single?
This is so funny that you asked me this question, because like 2 days ago my cousin's like, hey, are you in the background of that K-Camp song? I'm like, how did you know? But yeah, that's me.
Now, I'm just curious, when that record came about, how come it's that little tiny voice right there? Was there like more to that hook and stuff was chopped off, or was that, like, how did that even come together?
No, actually at the time, while he was creating the 100 song, we were in LA staying in like a house. It was like all the slums, and we were all out there because he was recording the album as well. And I remember I was like laying on the couch, like about to fall asleep or something, and he called me and he's like, hey, can you come here real quick? I'm like, sure. So I walk over, he's like, I just need you to like cut this for me. And it's like this little line. So I'm like, okay, sure, and I just cut it.
When it comes to the slums, are you considered a slum?
Well, I was a part of the slum campaign when they put out the mixtape, because I was on there and I had the song Rules featuring K-Camp. But I don't think they consider me a slum anymore, because the slum, like, they're like little savages, and I'm not really a savage, so I don't think so.
Did people think you were like K-Camp's artist and stuff like that?
Yeah, people actually think to this day that I'm K-Camp's artist. People sometimes would be like, oh, how long you been signed to K-Camp, and do you and K-Camp interact a lot since he's your manager? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, I'm not signed to K-Camp.
So it's really like all under the Big Fruit tree and umbrella.
Yeah, and JR. So we just share the same team, and people, you know, kind of get that confused. So.
Got you. Now, just since we're on the subject of K-Camp, what's the biggest piece of advice he's given you, or the most important thing you learned being around him?
The most important thing that I learned about K-Camp is really just being humble. He, from day one, when I met him, he kind of just took me in, you know? And he didn't really have to, even though we had the same team, he didn't have to get on songs with me. You know, he didn't have to let me come along on the road and get that taste of the life with them. So he's always been very welcoming and very humble.